Welcome to the Power of. Today, I want to talk to you about busting out of comfort zones. That safe, comfortable place that just keeps us there because it's so safe and comfortable. I want to read you a few quotes. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. If you want something you've never had, then you have to do something you've never done. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. So true. It's nice and safe to be in a comfort zone and to be comfortable, but that's not where we grow. That's not where things change and improve in our lives. A comfort zone is exactly that. It's comfortable. It feels safe. There's no risk involved. It's predictable. We feel that we're less likely to fail or become embarrassed or look foolish in front of other people. But seeking new experiences, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, that's what's going to enrich and expand your life like nothing else. And it very well could be the thing that opens doors for your career, for your relationships, things that you never would have experienced before if you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone. Now, I understand pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is not an easy thing to do. Trust me, I've done it several times and I do not find it easy. But there are little things you can do to make it easier and things that you can remind yourself of. First of all, trust yourself. You have been through many life experiences already, I'm sure. Things that were not easy, some that were easy, some that were difficult, some that were fun. So, trust yourself that whatever it is that you need to push yourself to, whatever it is that you need to push yourself out of your comfort zone to reach your goals, trust yourself that you can do it. You've survived and lived through all this other experiences that you've went through, so you can push yourself to reach your goal as well. Another thing, and something that I often do, almost always, when I'm trying to push myself to doing something that's uncomfortable, is I ask myself, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? What's the worst thing that could possibly happen here? And never yet has the worst thing ever actually happened. But when you put it into perspective like that, you kind of realize, is it really that big of a deal? What's the worst thing that could happen? And then another great thing to do is push yourself out of your comfort zone in small steps. Maybe instead of trying to do some big, huge thing that you could never imagine doing, instead, take little baby steps towards that. Little steps that are pushing you out of your comfort zone, but taking you closer to your goals. So do it in small steps. And finally, one of my new favorite tricks to do when I am pushing myself out of my comfort zone, trying something new, something that makes me anxious or that I'm scared to do or I'm feeling really uncomfortable with. I learned this from Mel Robbins. And she talks about the relationship in our brains between anxiety and excitement, and really that they're at the same point in our brains. And so to tell yourself, and even to say it out loud, when you're feeling anxious about something, when you're choosing to step out of your comfort zone and it's really uncomfortable and you're feeling anxious about it, to tell yourself, I'm excited. I'm excited. And even just say it out loud, I'm excited. And it really does help you conjure up those feelings. And it replaces that fear and anxiety in your brain. It helps you to feel and anticipate the excitement of what you're stepping into, rather than just focusing on the fear and the anxiety. So tell yourself, I'm excited. And then again, of course, remember your why. Why do you want to grow and be better? Why do you want to reach your goal? Allow that to push you and can compel you to step out of your comfort zone, to do things that are uncomfortable. Trying new and difficult things is not easy. If it were, breaking out of our comfort zone wouldn't be difficult. We'd be able to do it all the time. We'd be constantly, trying new experiences and growing and improving. But it's not easy. It's uncomfortable. It feels unsafe. And oftentimes, even our minds and our bodies will be screaming to us not to do it. But that's where the growth happens. So, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. The point is that you're pushing yourself, you're stepping out of that comfort zone, and you're breaking through mental and maybe even physical blocks that have been stopping you. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you're taking your life really to a new level. You're realizing that you can accomplish things that you couldn't have accomplished before. And I have many stories of pushing myself out of my own comfort zones. I don't find it easy. I find it difficult. I sometimes get very anxious trying to do it. One of the biggest things that I can think of over the years of how I've stepped out of my comfort zone and really has brought me to where I am today is I was asked to teach Sunday school to some little 2 and 3 year olds, and I was terrified. I was thinking, I'm going to stand in front of like maybe 15 2-year olds, 3-year olds, and have to try and teach them and talk to them and have all their eyes on me. And I was scared to do it. This was many, many years ago. But I chose to do it. And then from that point, I did that for a few years, and then I started to teach a bigger room full of like 6 to 12-year-old kids. And I was terrified the first few times that I did that. It was scary. It was totally different. And I was scared to do it, but I did it anyways. I pushed through and I did it, and I came to love that. Then after several years of doing that, I started teaching teenagers and, spending Friday evenings teaching a room full of teenagers, spiritual principles and things, ways that they could help improve their lives. And I became to love that as well. And it was just the little steps along the way. And I'm telling you, if back when I started teaching those 2 and 3 year olds, if you would have told me that someday I would be standing in front of a room full of people teaching them, I would have never believed you. Absolutely not. I would have said, absolutely, no way, not a chance. But it was the little steps along the way, and it was choosing to push myself out of the comfort zone. And you know what? Now I absolutely love standing in front of a room of people and teaching them and helping them to improve their lives, whether it's with their health and their nutrition, or if it's giving them the tools to break out of old mindsets to achieve the life that they desire and to reach their goals. It's so rewarding, and I absolutely love it. But I really believe that if I would have never taught that little 2 and 3 year old Sunday school class, I believe that I would never be where I am today. If I would have never taken those small steps along the way and forced myself and pushed myself out of my comfort zone, I would not have the privilege of doing what I'm doing today. Because growth happens at the outside of our comfort zone. So what is it for you? What do you need to do to push yourself out of your comfort zone? Take small steps and start moving towards your goal so that you don't someday look back with regrets, wishing that you had done it. I encourage you, now is the best time to step out of your comfort zone and just go for it. I know you can do it. Have an awesome week. Talk to you soon.